Big stories, big pressure, big nights at Anfield. This is Anfield Central, your home for the latest Liverpool news, transfers and sharp analysis. No noise, just what matters to real Reds. So if you love Liverpool, hit subscribe and stay ahead of every story. Let's get into it.
Liverpool news. Arne Slot replacement decision made as Jurgen Klopp in talks for a return. Pressure is continuing to grow around Arne Slot at Liverpool FC, with the Dutchman facing serious questions about his future after what has been a deeply disappointing season at Anfield. Liverpool came into the campaign as defending champions of the Premier League, but instead of another title challenge, the Reds have struggled badly and currently find themselves sitting sixth in the table. That position has raised serious concerns inside the club, especially considering Liverpool spent an incredible £450 million during the summer window in an attempt to strengthen the squad. With more than 3 months still remaining in the season, the final stretch of this campaign could ultimately determine whether Slot remains in charge or whether the club decides to move in a different direction. Slot still has just over a year remaining on the 3-year contract he signed when he arrived at Anfield in 2024, but reports suggest Liverpool's hierarchy are already beginning to consider their long-term options. According to reports from Team Talk, the club's owners, Fenway Sports Group, have identified only one potential replacement if they decide to make a managerial change this summer. That name is Xabi Alonso, the former Liverpool midfielder who has built a strong reputation as a manager after his work in Germany with Bayer 04 Leverkusen. Interestingly, Alonso had already been Liverpool's preferred candidate to replace Jurgen Klopp back in 2024, but he rejected the opportunity at the time in order to continue his project with Leverkusen. However, the situation may now be different. After a short spell at Real Madrid that lasted only 7 months, Alonso left the Spanish giants earlier this year and is currently without a managerial role. Reports suggest the Spaniard is deliberately waiting until the summer before making a decision about his next job, which could potentially reopen the door for Liverpool. Despite that speculation, sources claim Liverpool are not yet planning to sack Arne Slot, but the club's leadership is increasingly concerned by the dramatic drop-off in performances compared to last season's title-winning campaign. The Dutch coach is believed to be aware that he will have to provide a clear explanation for the team's decline when the season ends. At the same time, another familiar name has unexpectedly appeared in the headlines surrounding Liverpool. Former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has recently been linked with a sensational return to coaching, although not at Anfield. Klopp currently works as the global head of soccer for the Red Bull GmbH football network, a role he took after stepping away from day-to-day management. However, reports from Spanish television show El Chiringuito claim that Klopp could be in advanced negotiations to take over at Atletico Madrid. The show suggested Klopp could replace long-time Atletico manager Diego Simeone, who is entering the final year of his contract. It was also claimed that Klopp had been in discussions with Mark Rowan, the chief executive of Apollo, which is the majority shareholder of Atletico, but those reports were quickly dismissed. Oliver Mintzlaff, the CEO of corporate projects and investments at Red Bull, firmly rejected the rumours. He described the speculation as completely unfounded and insisted that Red Bull are extremely satisfied with Klopp's work in his current role. Mintzlaff also emphasised that the organisation remains fully committed to Klopp and believes he is the right person for the job. Still, with Liverpool's struggles continuing and speculation about possible replacements growing, the final months of the season could be crucial for Arne Slot's future at Anfield. The big question now is this: should Liverpool remain patient with Arne Slot, or should the club consider bringing in someone like Xabi Alonso to start a new era? Let us know your opinion in the comments below. And if you enjoy Liverpool news and analysis like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest updates from Anfield.
Real Madrid are preparing a sensational £87 million double transfer move this summer, but Liverpool could still deliver a major blow to their plans. Despite what many consider a disappointing season, Real Madrid remain firmly in the La Liga title race and are also preparing for a massive UEFA Champions League round of 16 clash against Manchester City. But behind the scenes, Madrid are already planning big moves for the summer transfer window. According to journalist Alberto Pereiro, the Spanish giants want to spend around €100 million, roughly £87 million, on two key signings, Rodri from Manchester City and Nico Schlotterbeck from Borussia Dortmund. The plan is to strengthen both midfield and defence as the club prepares for a new era, especially with uncertainty surrounding interim manager Alvaro Arbeloa and whether he will remain in charge next season. Schlotterbeck has been admired by Madrid for months, and with his contract running until 2027, this summer could be Dortmund's last chance to cash in if he refuses to sign a new deal. However, the situation isn't simple. Both Liverpool FC and Manchester United are also monitoring the German defender. Meanwhile, Madrid president Florentino Perez is believed to be a huge admirer of Rodri, with transfer expert Fabrizio Romano confirming that the Spanish midfielder is highly appreciated inside the club. But while Madrid push for new signings, Liverpool are working hard to stop another potential transfer twist. The Reds are trying to secure the future of defender Ibrahima Konate, whose contract situation has attracted interest from FC Barcelona, Inter Milan and Real Madrid. Liverpool have reportedly submitted their biggest contract offer yet to convince Konate to stay at Anfield. According to insider Graham Bailey, the club wants a final decision from Konate before Easter to avoid uncertainty heading into the summer window. And there's another interesting twist. Former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has also been linked to the Real Madrid job in the future. Reports suggest that if Klopp ever takes charge at the Bernabeu, he could push Madrid to sign Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea FC, a midfielder he reportedly admires for his ability to control games. So, with Madrid planning big transfers, Liverpool fighting to keep a key defender, and Klopp's future still making headlines, this summer transfer window is already shaping up to be fascinating.
Liverpool enter transfer tug-of-war with Barcelona for £12 million wonder kid. Liverpool FC are already being linked with several players ahead of the summer transfer window, but their transfer plans could depend heavily on whether they qualify for the UEFA Champions League. The Reds are currently outside the Champions League spots, and without Europe's top competition, it may be harder to attract elite players to Anfield. That makes the remainder of the season crucial for manager Arne Slot and the club's recruitment plans. One area Liverpool could strengthen is their defence. Captain Virgil van Dijk and partner Ibrahima Konate have not been at their best this season, while Konate's future at the club is still uncertain. That situation has seen several defenders linked with Liverpool, but one of the most exciting names is young Croatian centre-back Luka Vuskovic. The 19-year-old, currently on loan at Hamburger SV from Tottenham Hotspur FC, has been impressing in Germany and is viewed as one of Europe's most promising defensive talents. However, Liverpool could face serious competition for his signature. According to journalist Florian Plettenberg, FC Barcelona are closely monitoring Vuskovic, and manager Hansi Flick is believed to be a big admirer of the teenager. Initial talks have reportedly already taken place, while Tottenham's current plan is to bring the defender into their first-team squad next season. Still, if Liverpool decide to pursue the Croatian star, they could find themselves in a major transfer battle with several top European clubs. And with the young defender valued around £12 million when Spurs signed him in 2023, his price could rise quickly if interest continues to grow. So the big question is this: should Liverpool move quickly to sign Luka Vuskovic before other clubs step in? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy Liverpool transfer updates like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Anfield news.
Liverpool transfer news amid Michael Olise and best left-back in the world claims. Liverpool FC could be preparing for a busy summer transfer window, with fresh reports linking the Reds to both a new attacking winger and a potential replacement at left-back. One of the biggest names now linked with a move to Anfield is Michael Olise, who has been in outstanding form since joining FC Bayern Munich in 2024. According to German football journalist Christian Falk, Bayern are becoming cautious about interest from Premier League clubs as negotiations over a new contract for Olise continue. The 24-year-old still has 3 years remaining on his current deal, but Bayern are keen to extend it further and reportedly want him tied down until 2031. However, if those talks stall, clubs like Liverpool and Manchester City FC could attempt to move for the winger. Olise has quickly established himself as one of Europe's most dangerous dangerous wide players, scoring 33 goals and providing 48 assists in just 91 appearances for Bayern across all competitions. Liverpool's interest could also be linked to uncertainty surrounding Mohamed Salah. Although Salah signed a contract extension until 2027 last year, the Egyptian star has struggled for form this season and has scored only 5 Premier League goals so far. With Salah also Liverpool's highest-paid player, earning more than $500,000 per week, reports suggest the club could consider offers if interest arrives this summer. Teams from the Saudi Pro League are expected to monitor the situation closely, as Salah remains one of the most marketable footballers in the Arab world. At the same time, Liverpool are also looking at potential defensive reinforcements. Reports claim the Reds are interested in Federico Di Marco from Inter Milan, with some believing he is one of the few left-backs capable of matching the attacking influence of Andy Robertson. Robertson's future is also uncertain, with his current contract nearing its end and several clubs reportedly monitoring the situation. Tottenham Hotspur FC are expected to revive their interest after considering a move earlier in the year. Meanwhile, Aston Villa FC, Crystal Palace FC, and Atletico Madrid have also been mentioned as potential destinations, while a romantic return to Celtic FC has also been suggested. So, with uncertainty surrounding Salah's future and potential changes in defence, Liverpool's summer transfer window could become one of the most important in recent years. But what do you think? Should Liverpool move for Michael Olise or focus on strengthening their defence first? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoy Liverpool transfer updates like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more news from Anfield.
Andy Robertson inspired Liverpool at Molineux, scoring a stunning long-range effort to break the deadlock. The Scotland captain later joked it was one of the sweetest strikes he has hit in his entire career. But Robertson wasn't done there. Just 95 seconds later, the left-back delivered a perfect cross for Mohamed Salah to make it 2-0, reminding fans of the attacking quality that once made him one of the Premier League's most productive creators from defence. There was even a time when Robertson used to compete with close friend Trent Alexander-Arnold over who could finish a season with more assists. Moments like this show that even at 31, Robertson still has that attacking edge. However, the Liverpool vice-captain turns 32 next week, and his contract situation is beginning to raise questions. With his deal approaching its end, several clubs could move for him in the summer. Club legend Kenny Dalglish has already expressed hope that Robertson stays at Anfield, believing the defender still has plenty to offer the team. Meanwhile, Liverpool also received a boost with the return of Florian Wirtz after a recent back injury. The £116 million signing may not have produced a spectacular display, but simply having him back adds creativity at a crucial stage of the season. With Liverpool now into the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, the dream of another Wembley trip is very much alive for Arne Slot's side. And with a huge UEFA Champions League clash against Galatasaray coming up, Liverpool will hope both Robertson and Wirtz continue to play key roles. But what do you think, Reds fans? Should Liverpool offer Andy Robertson a new contract or start planning for the future at left-back?
Liverpool bounced back in the FA Cup with a convincing win over Wolverhampton Wanderers just 4 days after suffering defeat at the same stadium in the Premier League. The result ensured Liverpool FC booked their place in the quarter-final draw of the FA Cup. Just like the previous meeting between the two sides, the first half ended goalless. However, there were glimpses of promise, especially from teenage winger Rio Ngumoha. And Ngumoha looked sharp and energetic whenever he had the ball. His quick feet and direct running caused problems, although he often found himself surrounded by a sea of orange shirts and struggled to create a final decisive moment before the break. But Liverpool's breakthrough finally arrived early in the second half. A clever pass from Cody Gakpo released Mohamed Salah down the right, and the move eventually led to Andy Robertson firing a low strike into the corner to open the scoring. Robertson quickly turned provider as well. Just moments later, the Liverpool left-back delivered a perfect cross for Salah, who finished from close range to double the advantage and put the game firmly under Liverpool's control. Liverpool continued to push forward, and Curtis Jones added a third goal to seal the result and remove any hope of a Wolves comeback. One of the biggest positives on the night was Ngumoha. The teenager took his opportunity well and showed flashes of real quality, even if the final product wasn't always there. That's partly why he isn't starting every week yet, but his performance showed he has the potential to become an important attacking option in the future. Meanwhile, Robertson was undoubtedly one of the standout performers. His goal and assist proved decisive, stepping up exactly when Liverpool needed someone to break through the Wolves' defence. There were also mixed performances from some of Liverpool's regular attackers. Both Gakpo and Salah have faced criticism recently for their form on the wings. During the first half, Gakpo struggled to make an impact while playing through the middle, and Salah was also relatively quiet. However, the second half told a different story. Gakpo became far more involved in Liverpool's attacking play, while Salah's goal showed the kind of clinical finishing the team will rely on moving forward. Now the question for Liverpool fans is simple. Should Rion Gumoha start more games after this performance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Liverpool updates.